All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the live trading room brought to you by TDM Academy every Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's at 2 o'clock. That's 2 to 3. We obviously put that in for the guys to have some form of guidance as to the time frame we'll be looking for opportunities. It's good to be with you. I'm Ashley Reeve, and we want to get started. If you're joining for the very first time here, please enjoy it. Don't construe this as advice in any way. I'm ready to get going. If there's any questions, please make sure that you do drop them in the chat facility. For more information, you can obviously visit our website there. Our marketing team is in the chat facility. And if you don't mind that subscribe button, hit it. And then obviously you can turn on those notifications so that you don't miss the insights like this going into the future. So let's get started, traders. Let's make sure that we are on the same page. If you're here for the first time, once again, a warm welcome to you. All right, let's get started, guys. We had the opening bell this morning. We looked at the dollar. We looked at what's really happening in the market. And we had some fantastic, NFP figures. We had the CPI yesterday, myself and T. We obviously streamed that with you guys. Fantastic session. This was a little bit lower in terms of what we would like to see. There's a lot of hype around the CPI. We do have some fundamentals coming out today. That will be the PPI, but I'll get to that in a second. Let me actually just show you the economic calendar so that you can check it out. So can you see there that today, that's the Thursday, the 11th, at 12:15, we have some, news coming out there for the euro, and we also have at 2:30 we have some news coming out for the USD. So make sure that you check it out with me, and let's see if there's anything that we can do. If there's any setups that's available for us. All right, so before we get going, I see Bravo is there. Let's see who else is in the chat facility. Netta, you are there as well. A warm welcome to you. Let's get into it. We can perhaps maybe start at the crude oil, and we'll be chatting a little bit about, some of the fundamentals that we see happening at this moment in time. All right, let's just switch there real quickly. All right, here we go. So crude oil traders, and guys, if you can't hear me, please let me know. Bravo, I'd really appreciate that. Netta, if you can hear, just let me know so we can continue. All right, well and ably so. So what's really happening on the crude side? Let's just get to the chart here. Well, from a daily perspective, we can clearly see that the crude oil has pushed to the downside. In fact, let's start over here and maybe just give the guys a little bit more context. All right, so from the crude perspective, oil did slip back down to about $89 a barrel, and that's because the market is obviously weighing two opposing forces here. All right, first one is the bearish, that's negative for oil. All right, China's demand is weakening. Chinese refiners are expected to buy less Saudi oil in July. China's crude imports are already near a 8-year low, and there is, less demand from the world's largest oil importer, which is obviously China, reduces that upward pressure on prices. And to add to that, the Middle East tensions haven't hit oil facilities. So the U.S. launched another round of strikes on Iran. However, no major oil fields or pipelines or export facilities were actually targeted. Therefore, traders are now reducing some of the war premium that was built into oil prices. the second thing that we're seeing, all right, there we go. Thank you, Adnox. Greetings, Kampala, Uganda. Good to have you. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thanks, Netta. Appreciate. All right. The second force there, maybe just to get into that, is the bullish or the positive side for oil. U.S. oil inventories are falling fast. Total crude stocks, including the strategic reserves, dropped by 15 million barrels last week. Inventories have fallen more than 70 million barrels in just 5 weeks, and this suggests the market is consuming more oil than is being supplied. Now, Singapore fuel inventories are extremely low. Fuel stockpiles are at the lowest since 2013. Singapore is a major Asian energy hub, so low inventories signal tightening supplies in the region. All right, and that's important, guys. I'm bringing this up because we need to understand how these things move together. All right, these places like Singapore, the Middle East, they are all places, or regions that you can use as metrics to, measure what is happening in the world. If you look at the Strait of Hormuz, it obviously remains the key risk. More ships are moving through the strait, reducing immediate supply fears. But any disruption, and we saw it over the last couple of months, any disruption could quickly send oil sharply higher because roughly a fifth of global oil trade passes through that route. All right. So let's maybe quickly just look at this. Let's have it here. I hope you guys can see the charts. It should be showing, by the way. If it's not, let a brother know, and then we can continue. All right. So I'm starting at the bottom here. What I want to do is actually move my way up to the higher time frames, but I want to try and give the most, I'll say, the most immediate possible movement now. All right, and that's looking at the minute frames. Okay, so there we have price. That's the most immediate possible movement. All right, 91, 92, 93. Max 94. All right, that's if anything had to happen. Moving on now, we have the second most realistic areas that price could go up to. That's 95 all the way to 96. And I want to pause right here because I'm not looking for anything that is more from, long-term base. That's way up there, 110 and so forth. So I'm not interested in that. Ash is only interested in these areas over here at the moment. All right. Well, bravo. We're trying our best, my friend. I see Safisa the afternoon from Eswatini. Welcome. It's good to see it. Show me some love in the chat facility. You guys know, love is good. Yeah, we need a little bit more of that. Bravo. Thanks for that fantastic feedback. Well appreciated and received, my friend. All right. So check this out. So the oil price is currently sitting at $91 a barrel there. Now, what's the trader impact here? All right, oil is caught between weak Chinese demand, which is bearish for oil, and tight global inventories, which is bullish. This creates choppy price action rather than a clear trend. Now, that white block you see there is price possibly looking to go down and sit right there. What are we as traders watching? Any attack, number one, on Iranian energy infrastructure. We're watching it. And number two, any disruption in the Strait of Hormuz. Number three, the Chinese demand data. And four, we are watching the U.S. inventory reports. All right. The simple takeaway here, the market is saying here, all right, demand looks a bit softer, but supplies are getting tighter. That's why oil is pulling back slightly instead of rallying aggressively despite the ongoing U.S.-Iran tensions. So if the conflict starts affecting the actual oil supply, crude could rise quickly. If Chinese demand continues to weaken, price may struggle to move much higher. So that's what we're seeing at this moment in time, all right? That support area is important, all right? King, I see you there, my friend. Good afternoon. Barticle, I see you there. Good afternoon. Welcome to everyone. Man, it's good to see all the guys in here. Wonderful. So check this out, traders. There's divergence here. Without a doubt, there's divergence. Let's go and look for the divergence. Now, Ash, why do you want to look for the divergence? I'm using an oscillator to do that. Excuse me, you can use a stochastic, you can use the RSI. I genuinely use the RSI because It's so much easier to spot. Now, the RSI, you'll see that this automates the divergence for me. All right, if it's in blue, then there is a bullish divergence. If it's red, there's bearish divergence and immediate ones. Okay, now I'm not interested in this area here because that's already done. From that area, price pushed up. From that divergence, price pushed up. All right, and then obviously from this specific area here, there wasn't such a big push. There was a bit of a move, but not that much. Yeah. So we're interested in this zone here. So if I switch down and go to my lower time frames, we can already see that there's divergence that's being built up in this block over here. That does not mean that price is not going to come down. It just simply means that there are buyers here. All right. Now, if I went to a higher time frame, you can clearly see the divergence here. Look at this right there. All right. Look at that. That's very important for us to look at. Okay. So with there being divergence now, we're anticipating price to possibly move here. And guys, I'm taking it really slow because I really want the guys to grasp it, right? So this is the area first that price would have to go to if the price rallies. And then the second zone would be right over there. Now, you can use tools like a equidistant channel, which I always encourage, the guys to use. And what I do is I'm not actually changing the parameters, all right? I'm not moving this down, all right? I'm not moving that down. What I'm basically doing is I'm saying, listen, I want the standard measurements of the tool. Why? Because when the standard movement from there to there, there's about, quite a bit of points there that you can get, anywhere from 25 pips, that you can actually extract from the market, just this distance alone, depending on what you're trading. Obviously, if you're trading things like oil or indices or your commodities, you're going to get slightly more points or pips versus if you're doing Forex. All right, so that's very, very, very important. All right, Tabatso, I see you there. You see the new RS. Good. Nice. That's, guys, it's refreshing to see the response. It's good. Now, please, this is the oil price, guys. We're not rushing into this gray area here. How can we? We can't do that. If you're going to be buying and you're looking to TP here, all right, that's a problem. Because price is not showing us that price action. So I'm going to remove this, even although I placed it there for explanation purposes, all right? This area, the white zone, is what we're looking at. Between price 91 and 94. That's a realistic distance from where price is now to there. Now, if you're scalping this is on the 1 hour and the 2 hour chart. If you're using a 5-minute frame, guys, you can clearly see the kind of potential here. All right. Look at the kind of potential. And there is a lot of divergence here as well. Look at that. A lot of divergence. So what we're going to wait for, and if it happens in this session, well done, because you guys know how we are at the academy. We enjoy the demonstration. We enjoy going into the trades because we want our guys to see how it's done. Why? Simply because that builds confidence in our traders, okay? So I'm going to be looking now for this average here, this RSI average, the blue one. I'm going to be looking for a specific time frame going down where price actually closed above the 55 mark, okay? And I'm going to use the data window to do that. You can always go back to this session, guys, because obviously, via YouTube, it is being recorded as I'm streaming live. So you can always go and revisit it to see what I've done here, okay? That's the first. Second, get into the classes because that's going to help you understand as well. All right, so here we go. The RSI at this point here, it actually closed above the 55, around 57. Let's see if there's any here. There we go. All right. The highest. I'm looking for the highest one. That's 57. There is 62. Beautiful. There is 63. Beautiful. So I'm looking for the highest close above that area. Okay. I'm looking for the highest close. Here we go. 70. Absolutely stunning. It's looking good so far. So the candle that I'm going to be looking for here is this one here. Guys, I want to be as specific as possible, okay? Here we go. There. See that candle right there? That's the one. That is Ash's resistance zone. Right there. But Ash, why not those ones? Why not that one? No, because that's where exhaustion came in. So I'm not interested in that. All right. So what I'm going to be doing now is watch. You see that zone there? Right there, 91.79. Why is this so accurate? Because once price broke above there once, we continued up. So I'm looking for the pattern. I'm looking for, has it gone up before? It has. All right. Even here, it's gone up above there. It bounced from there as well. So it's a very important zone. And I'm going to be watching this. I'll even go as far as to say a 5-minute or a 10-minute candle above that area, 91.79, $91 a barrel. That's what Ash is going to be looking for. $91 a barrel. That's what I'm going to be looking for on the oil price. Okay. If price can push above that area there, Ash is going to look at that specific zone. And so far, so good. Remember, at 14:30, we got the PPI coming out. For the guys, obviously, that want to see the PPI, there we go. And don't forget, traders. All right. Hold on for me. Sorry about that. Please, guys, let me know if there's anything that goes sideways. Okay. Please let me know in the chat facility. So the core PPI, guys, look at this. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Can you guys see that? Bureau of Labor Statistics. Hope you guys can see that. And what we're looking for there is, well, they're the ones that release it. It measures the change in the price of finished goods and services sold by producers. That's an important point. And the actual, greater than the forecast will be good for the currency. So please make sure that you watch the actual with me here. All right. The actual is not there. The forecast is 0.5%. And we want to see if that obviously gets beaten. Now, remember, what did it say? If the actual is greater than the forecast. All right, it's good for the currency. That will be good for the USD. That just means that there's more being produced. And so if there's more being produced, then that's very, very good. There's activity happening within the economy. And I think that's a very, very important point. Okay, so let's move back there now. I think that's pretty straightforward. Let's move back now to the charts, and you can see it's doing very well. I'm looking either for a 5-minute or a 10-minute trade to the upside. I am going to take off this RSI because I don't need it anymore. I just needed to understand what's happening, and then we can take it from there. So that's the oil price. Okay, that's the oil price. That's the oil price there. And if you want to get on top there, you can, get in about 50 pips. $50. There is a 1 to 2 over here. Beautiful 1 to 2. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful 1 to 2. All right, let's move now. Let's go to, and I'm gonna wait for it. I'm gonna wait for it. All right, I'm on the 10-minute. I'm on the 10-minute. All right, let's go now to the gold price. Let's go to the gold price. And what's important, guys, remember with the gold price, let me just get this info here because I know we had something on the gold price here as well. But what we must understand about the oil, when the oil goes up, then we're seeing a stronger dollar, okay? And that will mean that the gold price then comes down. It's going to put pressure. So let me see if I have it here. I had it a couple of minutes ago, so just bear with me, guys, as I do look for it. I'm just trying to find it here. I did have it. But please go and make your adjustments on the oil price in the meantime. If I don't find it, it's okay. I'm not going to spend too much time. Yeah, this is outdated now. Yeah, this is outdated. I'm going to need new information here. All right, so let's start from scratch here with the gold price. Let's start at the bottom. And I can already see here it's looking, this is the most immediate area here. Most immediate. All right, most immediate zone. I have my high and my low there. Remember, Ash is watching the oil price there as well. Okay, lots of divergence. All right, so here we go. High and low. Okay, let's go and see if this is the throughout. Yes, it is. Oh, yes. Okay. Remember, I'm not going to go on the daily frame, guys. It's just way out at this point in time. This is where I'm at, and I'm staying right there. All right, it's 14.21. If price comes down, then obviously we're looking at that zone over there. But we have to wait and see. 414, 3875. Let's have a look. If we get the opposite, I think it's quite clear we'd be going up to this zone here. If you look at this from a much higher time frame perspective, let's see if there's any divergence here. Oh yes, definitely divergence to the downside though. It's now 14.22. It's now 14.22. All right. Let's see if there's anything here. Yeah, there's a bit of divergence. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a little bit more here. Look at that. So we're going to be trading shorter time, much shorter time frames here now. Much shorter time frames. A lot of divergence. What's great about this, the 1 hour is giving us more divergence than anything else. All right. So this is what we do. Right there. And what I'm going to be looking for now. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So let's see where I can place my, hold on, 55. Looking for the highest place. 57. 58. $66. Hold on for me, guys. 69. Right here, look at that. See that zone there? Hold on. 76. Ooh. Right there. All right, so I got it. Right there. If we take this up, oh, that's quite a bit. That's phenomenal. All right, now let's go and have a look and see if there's a. Hold on. We're gonna have to wait for price to first push to the upside before we can execute anything. I mean, to that area there, if we have to go in right now, you can make up to 126 US dollars on this one alone. But we have to wait for price to there's too much of a risk here, all right, because price is still coming down. You'd need price to firstly start pushing to the upside. All right, you'd first need price to start pushing to the upside. You can't just get in. If you do, then obviously you're going to be getting into something that's, look at that. If you use an 0.05, all depends on your risk, guys. All right, all depends on you on how much you're willing to risk. Lot size of 0.01 here. All right, roughly to this top side of that resistance, about 118 pips. All depends where price is. Like, you know, there's a little bit of a challenge here because price is still falling. You need a bit of support first. Look at that, it's still falling. It's 14.26. I'm only looking at oil and at gold for now. If I switch to AUD USD, it'll be pushing down. Euro USD pushing down. I think we might just get a stronger dollar here. GBP USD, beautiful move here to the downside, actually. Look at this. 1.33. Let's see how many pips this is. About 34, 37 pips. All right, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. This looks like something I would want to do here. This definitely looks like something I'd like to do. All right, so I'm going to wait for that. There should be divergence here as well. Oh yes, look at this. See that there? And see that there. A lot of divergence there. So this is definitely something I want to get into. But I'm going to wait for price to break. I'm going to use a 15-minute here, okay? I'm going to wait for price to break that trend line there first. It's already broken through this block here, which is a zone. So there's the first area there. This is the second area. We may just do a correction first. Let's first wait and see. So I have the gold, the oil price. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at the oil price. I'm waiting for the correction. Look at that. Hopefully we're going to get this correction. I need a correction first. Look at that. Absolutely stunning, right? Absolutely stunning. Look at this. Look at that oil price there. Look at that. Only looking to go up. Remember I said to you, we want to be realistic here, guys. I'm not looking... If there's no... See, this gave me no chance to get in. This gave me no chance to get in. So I'm waiting for a correction on this one. The reason why I'm waiting for a correction, because this is a very dangerous place to put a stop loss right now. Okay? It's a very dangerous place to actually place a stop loss right now. If you go in now, price can definitely come down, knock your stop loss, and then you're in a bit of trouble there. Okay? So I'm not going to get in now. I know there's a lot of guys that would want to get in. Myself, no, I wouldn't want to get in now. Look at that. So it's 14.29. Barticle, I see it. Yeah, to short what though? What are you looking to short? So guys, I'm not in here. I'm not in here. All right, I'm not in. Gold, I'm not in yet. GBP USD, I'm not in yet. I think there's a correction coming first. Classic correction. Look at that. Classic. Let's do this. Let me find a zone. 87. See, it hasn't come down yet, guys. It hasn't come down yet. So it's either we go past that high there. I'm literally on the 1 minute. So 93 becomes a zone for some people. If we can get a continuation of a 5-minute frame above there. So it's either it's the 5-minute frame above there to trade it till there, or I wait for the correction. It's either we get a 5-minute continuation there, or we come down for the correction. One of the two. I'm going to be waiting for this. Right now I'm waiting. It's 14:31. Yeah, we are building a flag. Yeah, I see it there, Bravo. Or pennant, yeah. So we're waiting here. If you put a buy in now and you put your stop loss there, you know, that's very tight, guys. So it's either we come down, all right, and I mean you can look at it like this as well, eh? This is the 61 point area. You can actually put a buy limit in here as well. You can literally put a buy limit in, literally. Look at that. All right. And I'm only using this low and that high there. If I get a continuation on a 5-minute above that, I'm going to go in there too. So either we're coming down or we're going up. And you can see my focus is just on the oil. All right, let's go and look and see what's happening here though. Let's see what's cracking here. Came out core PPI worse than expected, but the month-on-month is good. All right, so that's why we saw that movement. Okay, so big change there. That's why we're seeing the strength come through. Let's hope that the strength is sustained to the upside. Look at that now. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to put my candle timer on here. I got about 1 minute left. Come on, let's see. 1 minute left. I got a buy limit in there in case price does come down, but we may just get the continuation. It's very possible. Gold going down, guys. GBP USD. I'm just waiting for the break of that trend line there. And then I want to go short on that one. I'm only looking at the oil. AUD USD is already pushing down. Euro USD, you know, there's a bit of a, yeah, it's this one's struggling. So I'm on the oil and I'm on GBP USD. That's what Ash is looking at right now. All right, oil and GBP USD. So on the 5-minute frame, I have 55 seconds left. You look at it on a minute frame, you can see it's creating another high. Now, again, when it comes to commodities, what it tends to do is high, low, it creates a resistance and then it normally breaks the resistance. So we might just get price go up there and then come down. That's what happens with commodities. It doesn't respect resistance levels. It actually takes them out and then comes down. So I'm going to be waiting now on this one. I'm waiting on it. I want to see what's going to happen here. GBP USD respects, Forex respects levels. Gold is sitting in that zone. Guys, I'm not in the gold, eh? This is not a safe trade. If you buy now and you place a stop loss at these zones and price goes down, you're in trouble. You're looking for the most probable area. You're looking for the most probable zone. Look at oil now. Like I said to you, it will break the resistance, the first resistance that was made. So it comes down low, high, and then it breaks it. Once it breaks it, it has the tendency to come down. So let's see if that's the case. Okay. I'm on a minute frame, so I can't see any divergence yet. We are real time looking at this together. We're in real time right now, guys. We're on a 1 minute frame with the lowest frame. There's no previous, there's no seconds here. Okay, there's no seconds here, guys. We literally together, 1 minute frame, watching this thing move together. All right, thanks so much, Bravo. Look at this. Thanks, bud. Do you see it now? Do you see it now? Thanks, bud. Oh yeah. Hey, Shiro, what's up? Manko, I see you there. Beautiful. It's good to see some of the guys coming out of the forest there. Come out of the forest. All right. That's it. Look at this. Just you remember I said to you, creates a low. First high, breaks the high, then it comes down. So that's the nature of commodities, guys. It's like the ocean. It's so wavy. And this will teach a lot of guys, don't just jump in because we saw this candle. This candle is very powerful. It's a very powerful candle all the way to the 5 minute. I mean, broken above. You can see it. There's a lot of upside here still. But, waiting is not the strength of 90% of traders. So there is absolutely nothing you can do right now unless we all, put $1 trillion in. All right. Yeah, King. I sincerely hope so too. All right. Bafana. It's going to be interesting to see how our guys and what they do. Yeah. Guys, watching the oil, the gold. I'm not getting involved here. I'm literally looking at the oil. Like I said, either continuation on the 5 minute that I'll be looking for, or down buy limit, and then I will be looking for that buy over there. The other thing we need to consider is the 45 and the 55 here are the continuation zones. So if price breaks and closes beneath the 55, then we know at least there's some form of deeper correction coming here. Much deeper correction coming. Look at that. If it dips below 55, and guys, again, Ash is literally on the 1 minute here. There's no seconds. We are all of us here today. We are watching this thing in real time together. Literally together. Okay, GBP USD, look at that. That's why I didn't want to get in yet. Look at this. There's a rejection there. So the oil price is the mover now. The PPI came out month on month. The overall PPI, very good. The core PPI, worse than expected. So yes, it's a mixed report. But we are seeing that there is definitely movement at this point in time. From the stocks perspective, if you're watching stocks, it's not really moving much. Ash, why would you say that? There's the high, there's the low. We're still in between the high and the low. All right, we're still in between. It's just created a new high in between here. That's it. It's just created a new high. It doesn't mean that we're going to go higher. You need more development here now. All right, look at the S&P 500. Similar high, low. It's just created a new high. There's the high, low, just a new one. It's just correcting now. Doesn't mean anything. All right. You got to sift through and look at what matters and what doesn't matter. All right. Bravo, Shira, King, you guys can see Barticle. You can see the charts. Am I correct? Let's just make sure. Let's make sure there, guys. Let a brother know there and show me some love. All right. If you guys can see it. Okay, nothing yet. "28 seconds. This is how you also know that there could be some great movement. It's consolidating. So we're waiting to see now if it moves. All right. All right. Thanks, guys. There we go. Nice, guys. Nice, 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 nice. Beautiful. Guys, don't forget, if you don't have an account with us, if you're here for the very first time, links are in the chat facility. We have educational sessions. We'll obviously be announcing a couple of changes to the academy. I think you guys, as well as T, we are of the view that you guys are really going to enjoy it. And we'll be letting you guys know very soon about those changes. We're just finalizing a few things before that, but we'll be making some fantastic changes to the academy on a daily basis. And I think you guys will really enjoy it. All right. So far, guys, let's loop back. GBP USD, interesting, but not quite there yet. The gold price, look at that. Looks like there's a bit of a bounce, but I still need it to really come up. So I'm not going to look at this now. I'll come back to the US Open, okay? I'm not going to deal with this now. I'm going to wait for the US Open on the gold price, because even if I trade it from there to there, it's quite a bit of points and money I can make. So right now, it's just too bearish within this white structure. It's too bearish. I need price to break upward from that area to there. I need it to break upward. It's not there yet. So I'm going to leave this one alone for here. I'm focused only on the oil and the GBP USD. All right, I'm only focused on the oil and the GBP USD. NZD USD, there's nothing here that's significant right now. The US indices, nothing significant there. Neither is there on the Nikkei. Also just created a new high there. It's really all just looking similar. It's nothing standing out except the oil price that we are looking for. Some more for some further upside to about $94 a barrel. It's at 92 now. All right, so we'll go for a few more minutes here. Tabatso, the price, not a problem. So gold, I'm waiting for 4117. I'm looking for price to first break above there. Okay, 4117.46. I hope that satisfies you, my good sir. There we go, 4117.46. I'm waiting for that area. Okay, that's what I'm waiting for on the gold. Okay. There's the chat facilities. Beautiful. All right, let's go back. There we go. Look at that. 5 minutes. I'm waiting for the 5 minutes. I got 1 minute left here. No, come on, man. Sorry, guys. Apologies for that, guys. Accidentally. Just give it a second. I accidentally closed the platform. Apologies on that. There we go. Should be back. All right, so here we go. Oil price went up. You can see the reaction now. You see that? Look at that. There's the reaction I was waiting for. Look at that. Can you guys see that? Let me know. Look at that. Look at the reaction, guys. It does not respect the resistance. Goes up, takes it out. Let's see what we're going to do here now. Are we going to come down? Are we going to go up? Let's wait and see. I'm waiting with you. We're watching this thing in real time together, guys. In real time, we're watching it together. Look at this is now the second wave of the response, guys. This is the second wave of the report. Second wave of the report. The first wave was massive. This is the second wave now. The question is, does the second wave take us up? Does the second wave first come down? Okay. You can see the uncertainty there. That candle. Uncertainty. Uncertainty. Are you out? Are you out? Okay. Are you out on profits or are you out on a stop? What's happening? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. All right. So, guys, we see the upside. We definitely see the upside. The second wave might just first come down. Okay. But like I said, continuation above $93 a barrel. Let me just type it there as well. So the second wave, if it can take us up there, it will be great. 329. There we go. Let's see. 3 minutes left. GBP USD, nothing yet, guys. Gold should be going up there now. Yeah, so 4117.46. There's a lot of divergence here, guys, but I'm not going to get in a silly place because the ocean is no one's friend. If you don't understand the ocean and the mechanics around it, you can drown. Look at this now. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Oh. Bravo. If you stayed in there, my friend, if this thing continues to come down, see that? Can you see how we can hit a stop loss? There's divergence here. There's a lot of upside still here. Woo! Look at that. Yes, we called it, man. No profits. All right, not a problem. Okay, got you. Guys, look at that. There's divergence here. So we're waiting for the bounce now. I'm waiting for, look at that. If you go in and you place a stop loss here, this is so important, guys. I can't tell you how important this is. Look at that. We're 48 minutes in, guys. 48 minutes in. We're 48 minutes in. Still. Wait. Guys, I'm not doing anything with the GBP USD yet. I'm doing nothing here. I'm not doing anything with gold. I'm not doing anything with AUD USD, nothing on Euro, nothing. I'm only on the oil right now. Can you see how it dipped below the 55 here? Look how it dipped below the 55. If it dips below the 45 now, if it closes beneath the 45, the continuation to the downside will be there. I might get triggered in nicely there. Let's see. Now, guys, remember, risk appetite is different for everybody. There's guys that want to go in right now. I mean, look at Bravo took a quick buy in and so forth, right? It's different for everyone. For me, I want to be more precise. So I'm willing to cultivate patience for that. All right. Precision is more important for me in trading. So everything that, from a different angle, there are example soccer players that want more stamina or endurance. A guy like Cristiano Ronaldo, precision. There's guys that like speed and so forth. For me in trading, precision. But for precision, I need to be patient. I need to be patient for it. All right. So if I don't have patience, it's a problem. So you have to find you have to find what you consider as a driving force for your strategy or your approach. I don't normally use pending orders. I normally, generally so, over 90% it's market execution, because my environment every day, I'm in the position to do that. Not everybody can do that because some people are working. There's some people that's at this point in time is on their lunch. And by the way, we're very thankful to see the commitment from the guys. There's some guys that are working straight through till 6 o'clock. They can't even be on a live stream here. So you got to look at your schedule, okay? That's going to be critical. So just to loop back on the operations here, price seems to be finding a bit of support now back at that previous low. There is divergence. It's sitting at the 45 now. And what I'm going to do now is the following. If price breaks above 55 and closes, I'm going to go in before 93. Okay, I'm going to go in before 93. And guys, I'm doing this with you. We in real time. So it's not there yet. I need price to break above 55 and I need it to close above. I need the RSI average to close above 55. Once that happens, I'll place my resistance level there and I'll wait for a 5-minute candle. Once that 5-minute candle closes above, I'm going to be taking that specific long. All right. Let's see. It's now sitting right in the middle. It's literally in the middle. Look at that. Whew. 50 seconds. What I can say to you guys here, right? I truly enjoy watching the price in real time and showing the mechanics and the technicals on it. We understand the fundamental drivers, but once the report is out, it's done now. Now you got to look at how price is being printed. Look, we've just created a new low now. Look at that. We've just created a new low. Shira, you at FMS with me. Remember I was explaining some of these things to you? And I said that depending on what asset you trade, you know, it's going to depend on the nature of the structural movement. So commodities literally is like the ocean. Literally about or like the ocean. It's very wild. It doesn't respect if you are a surfer or you're a boat or whatever. It's not going to respect. Look at that. Exactly as discussed. Look at that. Fibonacci to the 61 point area. Now, the only way I'm going to get out of this is if price has to break below here. Then I'm going to respectfully decline my order. If I get a close beneath here, I will get out. But until then, I'm up. Look at that. It's now dipped below the 45. It went to 42, but it's not closed there yet. Let's first see 42. There we go. It closed beneath 45, guys. So we're expecting price to make one more dip down. One more dip. I hope you guys are learning something here. Yes, and the analogy with the different bodies. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Shira. Bravo, I see it there. You're right. Precision is key. I only want to take advantage of the one. Okay, got you. So, guys, I think we might be coming down for one more dip. One more dip as discussed. You can see the divergence here. Just know, guys, that this is training, it's education in the market right now together. Look at that new low. Let's see if it closes beneath. Absolutely stunning movement here. If we had seconds, we'd be trading the seconds on the MT5. We can trade any time frame. We teach all our students. We can trade any time frame. Any time frame. Okay, so it looks like I've been activated. Okay, not yet. Sorry, I haven't been activated yet. I've not been activated yet. Now, guys, just something on that. Even if price touches your entry, it doesn't mean you're going to get activated. Okay? Are we together? It doesn't mean price is going to, even if it touches your entry like there, it literally went there. There was no opposing buyer or seller for me here. Remember, I'm trying to take a buy here. There was no matching order at that place for my order. You have to understand that's how it works. Price, even with a TP or a stop loss, okay? Price, that wick can touch that area, but if there's no opposing or there's no opposite of your trade or your type, if you're buying, there should be a seller. If you're selling, there should be a buyer. If there's nobody there, there's nothing there in the depth of the market, in the order flow, you're not going to be triggered. Please understand that, peeps. Please, that is such an important point. There's many traders that come in as beginners. They see that take profit, stop losses are not triggered, and then they think that it's some form of manipulation. There has to be order flow. Is everybody clear on that? I hope you guys are clear on that. That's critical. That's critical. So for me, as an example, why I like market execution is because I understand that. So I don't want to leave it up to a pending order because price can literally touch and then move away. That is a critical point. Okay. Now, so far, peeps, we are not past the 55. You can see, I told you we're going to dip a little bit more. We did. I think we're still going to come down. All right. When this average pushes above 55, right there, I'm going to wait for price to close there a second time. Okay, so I'm leaving it for now. You can see it's below the 45. Like I said to you, once it starts dipping below 55 and 45, there's a bigger push from the sellers now, guys. All right. Sfiso Gold at this point, my friend, focus on the US Open here today. Not so much now. The news that we see that did not affect gold at oil at all. Remember, from a producer's perspective, oil would be affected because oil is used to produce. Are we together? Gold, on the other hand, Sfiso, good question. All right, is more on the safe haven demand side. Remember, the inflation, the oil price has now moved away from just a stronger dollar. It's now moved into the area of it's affecting interest rates, the cuts or the raises. It's gone deeper into the economies now. It's no longer just the strait is closed, the oil price goes up, the dollar is strong. It's now gone, it's like a poison. It's seeped into the veins of the economy. And now it's affecting the economics. Are we together? And with that, there's not going to be an effect on every single asset as before. All right, it's going to be more selective now. Traders are going to be more selective now. Are you with me? I hope you guys also got that because it's a good question from Sfiso and it opens up a lot. All right, the yields, the treasury yields is more closely correlated now with the dollar and the gold price because that's connected to the interest rates. And we saw the reports on the CPI was unchanged, but expected. I mean, so right now it's seeped in. All right, it's just seeped in. Look at that turn now there. Look at that turn at the bottom there. See that turn there? That's what Ash is looking for. I'm looking for structure now to develop to the upside. Guys, trading, you need to be patient. All right, we are now 1 hour into the session. I'm going to go for fewer minutes because if I can show it to you in real time, hopefully, there we go. Look at that, 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 look at that. Look at that. New high, but not a high of this structure, just a high in this substructure here. It's at the 45. The moment I get it close above 50, there it goes up, in, there. Nice, nice, nice. 45, come on. We've got 34 seconds left. If it can just close inside, the next one might just go above. Look at that, friends. Look at that, traders. "19 seconds. Let's go. Nice. It's now at 47. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so it's inside now. Okay, let's see if we now push up. Like I said to you, I'm waiting for price to break and close above the 55 zone. If it doesn't close above there, I'm not getting in. I'm on the 1 minute frame. We're literally doing this thing together here now. Real time, right here, right now. Nothing about let's go and look at the past 5 days. We're literally doing this together here. So we would want to capitalize. You see this movement here? That's what we're going to be trading. Back to the 93. If I can get it, if it closes above the 55, it will be fantastic. Oh, what a great one. So this is just the high of the week. Second high of the week. All right. So, yep. And it matches up with this area. Look at this. It matches beautifully up. That 93. Rejected right there. Not yet, guys. Not yet. Look at that. It's still in the 45 zone. $43. Yeah, please do. Bravo. Do that. Study it. Go back to this. Study it. Guys, remember, you can even tune into our education. All right. There's absolutely no panic. There's so much calmness. It's literally waiting for price to play into our hands. We're not chasing after price. I'm waiting for price to go to certain areas. It's above the 45. I needed to close above the 55 first. That's the continuation area on the RSI. The 55-point area is the continuation area. Finding a bit of support now on the 45. 54 seconds. Let's see. Let's see. I've been hearing a lot of news on some of the guys that wants Bafana to win the World Cup. We'll have to see if that's the case. And then I heard on the other side, they're going out early. Hey guys, you know, they might just surprise us all, yeah? Nothing yet. Still look at that. Still nothing yet, guys. 5 more minutes. Can you see this? We're still at the bottom. But we're now moving back towards down below the 45. Guys, there's nothing you can do. You got to wait for it. I might just get activated here. I might just get activated here without even having to execute that market. I might just get executed here, guys. Let's see. $12, $7. Is that support? Let's see. Could be. Now, there's guys that's going to teach you. They'll say, wait for this candle here. They'll say that's a candle, a pin bar. If you get that candle at the bottom, buy. It's not that simple. You don't just buy because you see that candle. Look what we had to endure. We had to wait for the RSI. We had to wait for price to come down once, twice, 3 times. Look at that. Now it looks like we then this comes into play. You don't just rely on that one candle, guys. That's not true. Okay, that's not true. There's too much at play. All right, so we back up, we back in. Nice. Let's see if this holds. Guys, do not just trust a candle and buy. It's not true. It's not true. There's more that goes into this. Do not be fooled by that. Please, traders, do not be fooled by that. They play a part. If it was truly like that, what does that mean? It simply means that everybody will be multi-millionaires, and we know that is not the case. But what I want you to notice about this price action here is that we have this candle going up, we had 4 candles coming down, and then 1 up. So there's a lot of buying here. You can see the language of the candles. There's a lot of buyers here. It took 4 minutes, and then this one here went and engulfed itself above that. So that is a very, very important zone. Tells us that there's buyers, but we're not looking. Some guys will get in already. I'm saying to you guys that we're waiting for price to break above the 55. It's now creating the high. There we go. It's now creating the high. This is showing us the highs being created. We're 1 hour and 7 minutes in now. Let's see what it does here, guys. It's in between 45 and 55. It's in between 45 and 55. 45 and 55. If it's not broken, Ash is not taking anything. I got 3 minutes left here. All right, at 15:10 we'll close it up. At 15:10 we'll close it up. Let's see. Come on. Come on, don't be shy. Look at that. Wants to go up. Look at that. It's telling, guys, this is telling us a lot. There's definitely movement here. Nothing on GBP yet. Nothing on gold yet. Sviso, nothing there yet, my friend. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. Just below the 55. Just below the 55. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. Struggling, eh? Look at that. So guys, couple of seconds left now. We'll close up. But please check out the 15:30, the US Open. We might just get a push to the upside. But again, I'm not taking any of those buys until I get a move above the 55. If I don't get a move above the 55, I will not get into this trade. Look at that now. See that? So guys, let's see how the US dollar closes this week. Very interesting reports. Resilient US economy despite everything that's happening. Today's Thursday, the 11th of June. It would have been great if we could have gotten into this, if price gave us something earlier on. It would have been fantastic. All right, but I'm going to be waiting for, like I said, the 55. I'll be waiting for price to break above and close above the 55 area here. Then I'll mark it off. And once a candle closes above there, I'll be going in for a long. But right now, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it right now. Watch for the 3:30 session. It's going to start. All right, tease in there with you guys, and we'll see you guys then next week. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Have a fantastic Thursday. Watch the oil price. Watch the oil price at 15.30. All right. See you guys soon. Have a good one. Ciao, ciao.